Hey everyone, and welcome to part 58. We begin by feeding our 8th final sea bass, and the part started after Megaseedramon again explored the liberty of sleeping on loads and loads of piles of shit. Not the sort of thing that I would do voluntarily, but we all have our own preferences and ideas of how to spend our time and do what we want to do. So maybe he's just got resistant to stuff of old age. I mean, he is in his 50s, isn't he? Or something like that. I don't know when they digivolve if they become like a different Digimon, if they like have like different feelings and different perceptions and see things differently, or if they're like always the same. But the Agumon who I started off with must be getting pretty bored by now, because obviously he's my only raised Digimon so far, and although he's digivolved loads and loads and loads of times, if he's the same, then he's the same. And he's the one who's been around all this time. And, you know, things must be getting a bit too familiar for him at the moment. Because I know they're getting way too familiar for me. Yeah, you should never really try a challenge like this unless you're a complete and utter nerd with far too much time on your hands, which is exactly what I am. And that's the only reason why I take the time to do challenges like these. There's also the enjoyment side of things, but I'm just way too much. I wouldn't advise other people to do this stuff, because unlike me, you probably have a life and other things to be doing other than this. But this is kind of it for me. So obviously I'm now obviously keeping away from Sukamon, because I can't digivolve to Sukamon before I do the Cool Cup and version 0 Cup. And I'm trying to think when they finish, because I'm trying to remember. There's no tournament on the 30th day. There's a filth tournament on the 29th day, a machine tournament on the 28th day. I believe the Cool Cup or version 0 Cup, whichever one it is on the 27th day. Well, one of them's on the, I think it's on the 26th day, one of them's on the 27th day. Tamer level didn't go down, how nice. So I think the Cool Cup is on the 26th day, and the version 0 Cup's on the 27th day. Then it's the Machine Cup on the 28th, then the Filth Cup on the 29th, then nothing on the 30th. Then I think it's, and then I'm not entirely sure, but the Air Tournament, which I believe I can enter with Phoenixmon, isn't actually available until I think the 7th day. So I do have a bit of time between when Megaseedramon becomes no longer needed and Phoenixmon becomes needed. There's a bit of time between the two, and that does get me thinking, should I go directly for Phoenixmon? Because there's a machine tournament before the air tournament, there's a dino tournament before the air tournament, and an animal tournament before the air tournament, according to the resource that I'm following. And in an ideal world, Metal Greymon would be able to enter all of those, although I do need to check that. But supposing he can enter the machine, dino and animal, then I should probably prioritise Metal Greymon as my next Digimon after Megaseedramon, before worrying about Phoenixmon. Because obviously Monzaemon, I think I'm just one care mistake away now. So I could Digivolve to Sukamon immediately after the version 0 tournament if I so wish. I do have a fair bit of time to get Metal Greymon, do the tournaments with him, and then get the adequate number of care mistakes to then get Sukamon again, then get Phoenixmon before the air tournament. And that teardrop was useless. That teardrop was also useless. But none of this is guaranteed. This is all kind of guesswork really, because I'm not 100% that this is going to go how I want it to, because I'm not 100% that the Digimon can enter the tournaments. I'm not 100% sure that the Digimon who I'm going to get can enter the tournaments that I want them to enter. I will need to study before making a decision. But there's also the version 1 tournament, which Metal Greymon can enter, which apparently that's before the air tournament as well. So that's 4 tournaments. Metal Greymon can at least enter some of them. I reckon I could get the adequate number of care mistakes to actually get Metal Greymon before Phoenixmon, but then get Phoenixmon in time for the air tournament. But this is all under the assumption that Metal Greymon can enter the tournaments that I want him to enter, and they come before the air tournament, and I'll be able to get the adequate number of care mistakes to then get Phoenixmon, and Phoenixmon can enter the air tournament. But I'm probably going to have to play ahead just to be absolute certain of this. I know Monzaemon can enter the cool tournament version 0 tournament, I don't need to check that. It's after that when I need to do my check-in. And I run out of sea basses tomorrow. So I'll probably play on ahead without saving. Just to see what the deal with the tournaments is, because at the moment I'm trusting a resource, I can't really do that. I'm using the portable potties because I don't want Sukamon at the moment. Okay, well there's a B tournament today, or tomorrow rather, then there's the cool tournament the day after, then the version 0 tournament the day after. Yeah, I can't trust a resource. I know usually they're good, but I will need to be 100%. The only way to do that is to try it myself. You know, different games, different versions, people get stuff wrong, people remember stuff wrong. Yeah, you just... It's nice to be 100%. And we say goodbye to my final giant meet. Any traces of Palmon are officially gone. Uh, 54. There again though, there's 30 days to a year, so 54 days isn't even 2 years, is it? So it's not necessarily as old as it seems. Which means the Mega Siegmon who I've got, who's 100, he's only just over 3 years, when you look at things that way. I'm gonna need to be making a trip to the Dragon Eye Lake quite shortly. I have enough sea basses for today. That is it. That is the limit. That is the threshold. That is where it ends. That is that. So I'm gonna have the dreaded fishing chore again, where I have to catch 99 black trouts with 99 meats, which generally takes probably about 3 hours. Then I've got to catch 99 digi sea basses with the 99 black trouts, which takes about 4 hours. I know some people have mentioned that an easy way to like respawn items is to actually get an item, get into a battle, lose, then have the item stolen, then go to Gear Savannah, go to the marketplace that's only there for the first 15 days, don't speak to the card guy but the item guy, and request a recycled item, and then you can repeatedly buy the item that you lost. Say for example you could lose a sea bass, you could get beaten in a battle, have a sea bass stolen, then go to the tournament, and then either buy 99 sea basses on the spin, and then be able to do it whenever you want, or buy a sea bass, then come out of the option, then go back in, buy another sea bass, and keep going like that, and get sea basses that way. But for some reason on my version of the game, that's not a possibility, because for some reason, if I do that, all I can buy is what I lost. So if I lost one item, all I can buy is one item, then that one item is gone for good. That's it. It seems all I can do is get back what I lost. If I lost 50 items, then I can buy back the 50, but that's it. I can't like return and buy more. I can only buy back what I lost. Which is a bit annoying, because I would really be abusing that if I was able to. I mean, I know the sea basses would presumably cost 8,000 because you sell them for 4,000, but I would be abusing that. I mean, 100 would cost 800,000. That's a fortune. If you come to think of it, I'm not sure if that would be preferable when you think about how many times I'd have to do the Monzaemon trick to get the money to buy them. But it's not an option anyway, it's not a possibility. I can't do it on my version. I don't get the joy of thrashing yet another Icemon. I now know that Monochromon and Digimon are at my mercy. poison won't do much, he'll be dead before it matters. Fair to say Digimon didn't get much of a look in there. Though looking at Digimon does bring back memories of myself as a kid. When I quite literally only ever trained HP and MP. I never bothered with attack, defense, speed or brains. And obviously, consequently, I didn't do very well as a result of it, but it didn't really occur to me why. For some reason, I just assumed that HP and MP only focus on that and you can't go wrong, which was stupid. Obviously, I did it as a kid and it didn't really work very well, but a Digimon who I really made the most of was Digimon, because I quite literally just had Poison Claw, and obviously just attacked really quickly, stopped most attacks, poisoned the opponents, depended on the poison killing them, and just basically just did that continuously. I used to literally just get Digimon to do Poison Claw. I would stop the opposition Digimon from attacking because how fast it was. Okay, I mentioned the tournament. I would stop them from attacking because how fast Poison Claw was. I'd poison them, and then basically I would just that would basically be the thing that would kill them, because I'd have no attack or anything. Because my attack, defense, speed and brains was just terrible. So I literally just depended on the poison. But it didn't really work that well, to be honest. I mean, it worked, but I would never go back to doing that. I wouldn't. If I was to have a battle myself against myself as a kid, I would thrash the Digimon. It'd have high HP, high MP, but then nothing to complement it. No attack, defense, speed, or brains. Other than like 100 or something. Well, being out of sea basses, I do really need to be heading to the Dragon Eye Lake, and that's what I'm going to be doing actually. However, instead of saving, then going there, then catching 99 black trouts, then returning to the city, then saving, then returning to Dragon Eye Lake, and then catching 99 sea basses, I'm going to head to the Dragon Eye Lake now, and I'm actually going to catch the 99 black trouts, and I'm then actually going to save and sleep, so I will save while staying in the Dragon Eye Lake. I'll then obviously switch off and obviously pause from it, I'll then switch back on, and I'll then catch the 99 Digi Sea Basses. So I will be doing both things without leaving, if that makes sense. Digimushrooms aren't important to me anymore. Although one thing that I'll probably do after catching the 99 black trouts is then feed Mega Seadramon 6 of them so that he'll pull through the day, and there's no risk of me having to rush into the infantry after the cool tournament, an important tournament. and obviously I will then catch another 6 black trouts, and then another 6 sea basses. That way I'll see the day through, and I'll have 99 sea basses waiting for me. And obviously the vending machine behind me will be for the loose few meats that I require. So I guess this is where I will start.